In order to get lean, your diet must be on point. Then walking will just strip fat off so much faster. 64% of adults in the UK are overweight. And with walking, there is zero barrier to entry. It's completely free. Most people just sit down for the majority of the day. They sit at an office desk all day with their job, and then when they come home, they just sit and watch TV in the evenings. And I guarantee if they just walked more, then that statistic would be so much better. I do this thing with my clients where I set them a step challenge, where I go, you need to hit this amount of steps throughout the month, and then I'll end up getting them a prize. And one time that completely backfired on me because I sent my client a message. I went, right, we're going to do a step challenge. He was sitting at around 5K steps a day. He was really struggling to get up to around 10K steps a day. And I said to him, this whole month, September to October, 10K steps every single day. If you do it every single day, then I'll get you something. He took that challenge. After the first week, he said that's too easy, and then went, I'm going to add on 2.5K steps on top of the 10K every single week. I finished off doing 20K steps per day. Starting off by doing 4K and going up to 20K, he lost over 5 kilos and his diet was the exact same. That is just an insight on how big of an impact just walking more is going to have on your physique. And that is why in this video, I'm going to run you through all the benefits and why you should walk more if you want to get down to sub 10% body fat. Growing up, I never used to go on any walks. I did used to think going out for a walk was like old people. When my parents said they were going out for a walk, I would never go out with them because that's exactly what old people do. They go out for walks. That's just kind of what they do, and I would never go and do it. So I'd never go outside, I'd never go out in nature and experience going out for walking. Sure, running's gonna be better for you anyway, because I just thought, what is the point in walking? Like, what benefit does it actually serve people? And the first benefit of walking is gonna be the amount of calories that you burn. Yes, you're going to burn more calories running, but walking has so many little benefits that not many people really look into, and they just more look into, oh, that burns more calories, so that just makes that better, which just isn't true. So yes, you're going to burn more calories running, but running is going to be higher impact, especially on the likes of your knees, on your muscles, and it's going to have a massive impact on your recovery. And running is also a hunger accelerator. Notice after you do a load of cardio or you go out for a run, you're going to be so much more hungry. And that makes it a lot more likely for you to then go over on your calories. And that's the first thing people say, because I'm going to start running so I can eat more food. That really doesn't make too much sense. Yes, you're going to burn more calories, eat more food, but then you're just playing a game. You're playing a game of trying to hit the right kind of balance when you could just make life a lot easier for you. With walking, it's a lot lower impact. It means, especially when the calories are a lot lower, there's a lot less impact on the muscles, on recovery, and it's not going to impact your recovery that much, especially if you are doing leg training 1 to 2 times per week. And when comparing the likes of running to walking, they're both going to burn different fuel sources. So one's going to burn more carbs and one's going to burn more fats. So as it's lower impact, it's lower intensity, your body is going to burn fats as a fuel source when you are walking. But when you start doing higher intensity, you're going to start using carbs as a fuel source. I'd like to think of it like a hybrid car. You're not going too fast. A hybrid car is going to use more electric, and then once it gets past a certain threshold, it will start to use petrol and diesel and fuel as it gets more intense. And it's the exact same with your body. So your body will then use fat as a fuel source instead of constantly depleting your carbs. As if you do around 10 to 15K steps a day, you're going to be burning between 500 and 800 calories per day. And if you kept your diet the exact same, but just increased the amount of steps you're doing, you could be in a 400-500 calorie deficit without having to actually eat any less food, but just being able to go out and walk a little bit more. And that is just some of the physical effects you get from it. But for me, walking is unbelievable for the mental benefits you get from it. Like going out in nature, going out for a walk is so good for clearing your head. It's amazing for clarity, and it will do wonders for your energy. A lot of people say they don't have the energy to go out and walk, but actually going out and walking, getting that non-exercise activity, then you're actually going to be feeling more energized because you actually burn more calories doing non-exercise activity than you do through exercise. So if you were to increase that non-exercise activity, lower impact activity, then you're going to burn more calories throughout the day, which makes it a lot easier to strip off body fat and get you down to sub 10%, especially when you're getting down to sub 10%. You know, the calories are going to be a little bit lower. You're going to have a less body fat on there, so you are going to have less amount of energy. So being able to go out and do a lower impact stuff is going to mean focus on actually recovering from them gym sessions and getting stronger so you can keep hold of the muscle that you have instead of constantly putting stress on the body telling your body to recover from this, then recover from all the cardio, doing this, doing that. And you end up playing a game of keeping your calories to a certain amount, otherwise you end up going nuts. So instead of me just telling you to go out and walk more and the benefits of walking more, I'm going to run through certain things that are going to really help increase the amount of steps you can get throughout the day and increase your walking. So the first thing, if you have a dog, then you have zero excuse, and I mean zero excuse, not to be getting 10 to 12k steps daily. If you take the dog out twice, 30 minutes each time, out in the morning, out in the evening, then there's already 6,000 steps off the bat. So step number one, get a dog. The next one is going to be parking further away. Anywhere you go to the gym, you go to a supermarket, you go anywhere, you park further away and you walk. If you park your car at work, park further away, then you can walk there and back. You can add in 500-600 steps there, 500 or 600 steps back, and you're already adding in 1 to 2k already. I do it with Tesco's. I pick the furthest away car parking spot, walk there, walk around Tesco's, and then walk back. That's easily 1 to 1.5k steps. And the next one's going to be going for a walk post meal. This is going to be amazing for digestion, but it's also going to be amazing to just get them extra little steps in. Basically, what then happens is once you've eaten and you go out for a walk, you're basically telling your body to start digesting the food. You absorb the nutrients a lot more after you've exercised straight after, and it's just nice low impact, and it's really, really good for digestion. I would go on 20 minutes after every single meal. So 2 to 3 times per day, I'd be going out for 20-minute walks. There you go. There's another 4k steps added in there. So you're with the dog, with the parking further away, you're easily at 7 or 8k steps without having to actually really prioritize going out for more walks. The next one is when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you want to do is get yourself out for a walk. 10-15 minutes. Not only is this going to be amazing for getting yourself outside, resetting your circadian rhythm, it's also going to be amazing just adding in them extra 10-15k steps, because it gives you that kick start to the day. Where most people are sat scrolling on their phone when they get up in the morning, you've already kick started your day by getting then 10 to 15 minutes of walking, adding in 1 to 2k steps in there already. And then finally, you can turn this into a social event. If you are going out with someone or you are meeting up with someone, meet up for a coffee, get a takeaway coffee and go for a walk with them. Then you can socialize, you can chat with them, as well as that's going to be beneficial for your physical benefits. Is also going to be amazing for the mental benefits as well. So walking is going to be absolutely amazing for someone that wants to get really, really lean. Mainly lower impact. It's going to be lower impact on the body. It's going to be lower impact on your joints. It's not as much as a hunger accelerator, so you're not going to be as hungry, so you're going to find it a lot easier to stick to your calories. It's going to be amazing for your mental health. And a couple of ways that you can increase your steps is parking further away, going out for post-meal digestion walks, meeting up with friends and socializing, waking up 30 minutes earlier to go out for a walk, and of course, the absolute cheat code, getting a dog. But yes, if you are genuinely serious about getting lean, then just walking more, adding in 2k steps on what you're currently doing. It doesn't need to be too extreme to start off with. If you're currently doing 2k steps per day, bring it up to 4. And then once you kind of nail 4 for a week, then bring that up to 6. And then you can build your way up. 10 is really, really good. That's a really, really good starting point. And then you can build up to around 14. Wouldn't go too extreme and just go, oh, I'm doing 20, 30k steps, because then you start getting into that. You are putting a lot of stress in the body when you are doing anything over 15 or 16k. I'd say it's all right for a one-off, and when you're away, it's completely fine. But I'd say trying to keep that below 15k steps is the sweet spot. But yes, hopefully you found that video useful. If you are new around here, please click like, please click subscribe. It pushes that video out to as many people as possible. But yes, I will see you in the next one. Have a good day.